Let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a room where nobody expected much from you, and deep down, you knew you had more in the bank than half the people showing off? That's the quiet advantage of appearing less wealthy. In today's world, where success is measured by what you show, not what you own, the smartest people are flipping the script. They're not rushing to prove anything. They're not caught up in showing off. They're mastering something far more powerful: how to look like less while building way more. And if you've ever felt that pressure to look the part, even when your bank account said otherwise, this video is for you. Because looking rich is easy. Anyone can finance a lifestyle, but appearing less wealthy, on purpose, that's an art. And if you can master it, you unlock a whole new level of peace, control, and financial power most people never touch. Let's break it down. Number 1. It starts with how you think. First, this has nothing to do with faking poverty or acting broke when you're not. It's not about being cheap either. This is about mindset. It's about seeing value in things other people overlook. See, when you stop chasing validation, your life becomes quieter, but better. You stop buying things for applause. You stop needing to explain your moves. You stop feeling like you have to dress up every decision to make it look expensive. If you've ever chosen not to upgrade something just because it still works, congratulations. You've already started thinking differently. You've already stepped out of the noise. Number 2, you start playing a different game. Let's be honest, most people are performing. They're performing wealth. They're performing success. And the price of that performance? Stress, debt, burnout. But you don't have to play that game. You start to realize that the $30 plain black t-shirt you love does the same job as the $300 one with a logo plastered across the chest. The old car that runs smooth is more valuable than a new one with payments you secretly hate. You stop buying things to feel rich and start making decisions that actually make you rich. And trust me, that shift, that's where everything changes. You get comfortable being underestimated. Here's the truth nobody tells you. Once people think you have money, the pressure to prove it never stops. You have to show up in the right car, wear the right clothes, eat at the right places. Every move becomes a message. But when you appear less wealthy, you're free from all of that. No one's expecting you to pick up the bill. No one's watching what shoes you're wearing. You can sit in the back, observe, and make powerful moves while everyone else is busy performing. Let them underestimate you. Let them assume that quiet space they leave you in, that's where you build your advantage. Number 3, you learn to spend like it's a tool, not a trophy. When you stop trying to look rich, your money finally starts working for you. You don't need to broadcast your every move. You don't have to post every new thing you buy. You don't need to compete with people you don't even know. You start asking yourself real questions before spending. Is this for me, or am I just trying to keep up? And when you spend, it's strategic. It's for assets, not attention. It's for comfort, not comparison. You don't need to starve yourself financially just to look impressive. Because deep down, you know, freedom feels better than flexing. Number 4, you build in silence. If you've ever quietly paid off a debt, started saving aggressively, or bought an investment property and told no one, that's power. When you keep your wins to yourself, you remove the noise. You stop inviting questions, expectations, and fake support. You protect your peace. And more importantly, you build momentum. Nobody can tear down what they don't know exists. And in this world, that's a superpower. Number 5, you attract the right people. Something magical happens when you stop trying to look wealthy. You start attracting people who care about who you are, not what you wear or what you drive. You'll notice your circle changes. Conversations shift from "what did you buy?" to "what are you building?" You'll connect with people who think long-term, people who value real things: peace, purpose, time, and freedom. And suddenly, it doesn't feel lonely anymore, it feels right. You realize how noisy the other world was, and how calm this one can be. Number 6, you gain leverage in every room. People who look average but have wealth, they walk differently. Not because they want attention, but because they don't need it. They can say no to things. They can walk away from bad deals. They don't need the room's approval to feel important. And when people finally do realize who they're dealing with, it's too late to manipulate them. That's the kind of control that doesn't come from showing off. It comes from being strategic. Number 7, you stop chasing and start choosing. There's a point where you stop trying to make it and start deciding what making it even means for you. It's no longer about matching someone's lifestyle or income. It's about being able to live how you want, without explanation. It's going to the market without feeling judged. It's traveling low-key without needing a single photo to prove it. It's owning your time, owning your space, and owning your journey, even if no one claps for it. Because here's the truth most people figure out too late. Looking wealthy is a race, but being wealthy, that's a choice, and it's one you get to make every day. Number 8, you learn that peace is the real flex. People think money is about things, but the longer you're in the game, the more you realize it's about options. Can you say no to a job you hate? Can you walk away from a toxic situation without fear? Can you take a random Wednesday off because you want to? That's real wealth. And you don't get there by chasing likes or debt-fueled lifestyles. You get there by doing the work behind the scenes, by staying disciplined, by appearing less wealthy while quietly building something strong. Because when everyone else is watching the show, you're building the foundation. And foundations? They last a whole lot longer than impressions. Number 9. You start winning quietly. When you stop performing wealth, something unexpected happens. You start stacking wins that no one sees coming. You begin to save more, invest smarter, and avoid traps that flashy spenders fall into. While others are chasing upgrades, you're chasing leverage. And because no one's watching, you get to move in silence. No pressure, no spotlight, just progress. Quiet wins might not get applause, but they compound. And over time, they speak louder than any flex ever could. Number 10, you become more adaptable. When you don't lock yourself into a high-maintenance lifestyle, you stay flexible. You can pivot if the economy shifts. You can walk away from a bad deal. You're not stuck trying to maintain an image. That freedom, it gives you options. And in a world where things change fast, options are everything. People who appear less wealthy aren't afraid to adjust. They can downsize without shame, reinvest without delay, and move without asking for permission. That agility keeps them winning, even in hard times. Number 11. You focus on ownership, not impressing. People who master the art of appearing less wealthy start to prioritize ownership of time, choices, and long-term assets. They're not interested in impressing strangers on the internet. They're focused on owning income streams, owning their schedule, owning peace of mind. When you stop living for other people's reactions, you finally start living for your own goals. That's when things shift. You're no longer building a lifestyle, you're building a life. Number 12. You stop feeding the cycle. When you choose to appear less wealthy, you quietly step out of a cycle that traps most people. The cycle of buy, impress, repeat. The more you chase appearances, the more money controls you instead of the other way around. But when you stop feeding that machine, when you realize you don't have to prove anything, you free up your energy, your time, and your money for things that actually matter. You start living on your terms, not society's checklist. And that's when true wealth starts growing quietly in the background. So what does this mean for you? Maybe you felt like you're behind because your life doesn't look impressive. Maybe you've watched others flaunt it online and wondered if you're missing out. You're not. If you're quietly stacking, if you're paying off debt, if you're buying your freedom one smart decision at a time, you're ahead. If you're learning how to live on less so you can invest more, you're winning. If you're choosing not to compete in a game you didn't even sign up for, you're not playing small, you're playing smart. And while there's nothing wrong with enjoying the fruits of your labor, it should never come at the cost of your peace or your future. Looking poor might not get you compliments, but it might just buy you freedom. It's not about what you look like today. It's about what you'll still have 10 years from now. So the next time someone assumes you're average because of how you look, let them, because you know the truth. And that's the subtle art of appearing less wealthy.